All right, let's get started. All rise for pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Something's missing. They changed something, John?
Doesn't look something's missing.
There's less boxes there.
Something's missing. What's this? Is
That's
that
not
on?
always been there. Yeah, you're on.
Okay. What's that?
This is the first one.
What? Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome. We have a kind of an unusual agenda tonight. I think the first item on the agenda is Mr. Oliver. Andrew, where's Andrew?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. James Oliver from the Horizon Family Medical Group is here. And they have generously donated a check for a new defibrillator for the town hall. And we are very appreciative. Andrew, you want to get up and say a few words? And
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Basically, the town hall needed an AED device, and we contacted Horizon Medical Group, which has a community outreach that they do in order to try and help the communities that they serve. That it's a very big program that they do, and they generously offered to donate to the town a new AED that would be placed here in Town Hall. They picked up the entire cost. They did that program with the help of the town clerk, who arranged for the purchase of that. And Mr. Olver is the CEO of the group, and he's here to present the town with a check to cover the entire cost of the AED.
sure. Deb's going to come up too, because she did all the footwork. I can't take much credit for it. Andrew arranged it, and Deb. Here, you go. I'll give you. Thank you very much. It was very nice.
You're very welcome.
We really appreciate it.
Very welcome.
Good?
Good.
Good enough?
Good measure.
Okay, good, thank you. Okay,
We'll be training for that now.
well, maybe you mentioned it, because like I said, Andrew and Deb did most of the legwork on it. What has to be done?
The AED machine is really very simple to use. We're hoping to God we never have to use it. In the 29 years that I'm here, thankfully, we have never had it pull for it. But we will be doing training. The ambulance corps is going to train us on it. Myself, the receiver of taxes, Susan, will be trained. My deputy Cheryl will be trained. Our comptroller, Jack Finnegan, will get trained. Okay? So there's going to be several of us, God forbid, somebody's not here, there'll be several of us that know how to use it. Like I said, it pretty much tells you what to do. We've already tried it out, but it really was a great, great donation, because really needed it.
Wonderful.
And we do appreciate it. Thank
Yes.
you, Andrew.
Good job, Andrew, thank you. Okay,
So it's not on the list of
well, it's got to be registered.
registers. It has to be registered with the state first.
Okay. Next on the agenda is our old friend Fred Donite from the Donite Group, who has just finished our update of our hazardous mitigation plan. And I want to thank Fred and everybody that was involved, Rick, putting this together. Fred's going to make a presentation.
Would this be the best place to stand?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening to the board. My name is Fred Donite from the Donite Group. We're planning consultants assisting the town and the town's hazard mitigation planning committee in the development of an update to the town's previously adopted 2011 hazard mitigation plan. So we've been working on this for about the past 11, 12 months with a committee of a number of representatives from the town. The update to the plan is being prepared in accordance with the Federal Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000, which was actually put into effect in 2004 and requires local communities, county and state government to have a hazard mitigation plan in place to become eligible, and in this case remain eligible for FEMA grant funding, hazard mitigation grant funding, to implement capital projects within the community to help mitigate any hazard impacts resulting from hazards or natural disasters that occur in the community. So there's two different types of hazard mitigation grants that the community is eligible for with this plan. The first being the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program. And those funds become available to the community following a disaster declaration and allow for the implementation of capital projects within a community to help mitigate potential impacts as a result of these disasters or hazards that have been studied as part of this plan. The second line of funding is PDM, or Pre-Disaster Mitigation Grant Funding, and that becomes available to communities on a yearly basis. That's a nationally competitive grant program that funds are appropriated by Congress and distributed to communities, again, to help develop hazard mitigation plans, number one, and number two, implement projects to mitigate those disasters as well. So just very quickly, a timeline of the process up to this point. So the town of New Windsor first adopted their 2011 hazard mitigation plan in March of 2011. 5 years has elapsed since that period. The town adopted the plan. The town board authorized an update to the plan in May of last year, May of 2015. The planning team was assembled, we got together, began the update to the plan. We're now at a point where we have a final draft of the plan that's ready to be sent up to DHSES, Department of Homeland Security in New York State, for approval. And from there it goes to FEMA for approval. Once the plan is approved by these two organizations, it comes back to the town for approval by the town board. So following this public hearing, we anticipate submitting this plan to DHSES and FEMA. We'll receive any comments they may have for us or for the town back. We'll make some amendments based on comments from FEMA and any comments that we might receive from the public or the board this evening. And then I would anticipate adoption of the plan probably sometime in May or latest June of this year. So the committee was made up of 7 representatives from the community, and those representatives are Richard Hovey, Chief of Police, Anthony Feo from the Highway Department, Michael Bigg of the Volunteer Ambulance Corps, Bill Inspector of the New Windsor Fire Department, Tom Casey of the Bells Gate Fire Department, and Frank Vedetti, the Fire Inspector. The plan evaluates a number of different hazards, including earthquakes, extreme temperatures, flooding in the community, windstorms, which include hurricanes, tornadoes, and tropical storms, severe winter storms, and water supply contamination. So the update to the plan really places a strong emphasis and focus on the assessment of current vulnerabilities and the evaluation and identification of mitigation measures to help mitigate those potential impacts that would or could result from flooding in the community, a severe storm in the community. Throughout the planning process, there's been quite a bit of public participation. As part of the process, the committee has solicited input from adjoining communities. The document has been available on the town website and in the town clerk's office. There's been a number of public notices and flyers that have been distributed throughout the town. So the public has been given the opportunity on a number of different occasions to review and comment on the plan. And we're continuing that this evening and asking for any potential or added input from the community and the board to help make this a stronger plan. So the hazard mitigation projects that were identified, there were a total of 14 mitigation projects that have been identified in the plan. And the mitigation actions were evaluated against several considerations, including the compatibility with goals and objectives identified in the 2014 New York State Hazard Mitigation Plan, compatibility with goals of the plan update, a cost-benefit review of potential actions, mitigation project costs, mitigation project implementation timeframes, funding priorities and opportunities, and compatibility with other local and regional plans and programs. So with that, we have these 14, I'm not going to go into the specific mitigation measures that are proposed as part of the plan tonight, but all of that is available on the town's website, and again, in the town clerk's office, with regard to the specific projects that are being proposed as part of the plan. With that, I would open it up. If there's any questions or comments on the plan, we'd be happy to answer this.
Okay. Does anyone, anybody on the board have any questions or comments?
I have none.
Anyone in the audience? Fred, as always, you done a good job with it. We agree. Fred did our first one. Way back when?
In 2010, 2011.
11. And did a good job on that. And everybody understands, I'm sure, that in order to apply for these grants, the FEMA grants, that we must have, it's a requirement. Although the first time, the federal government gave us, how much, 25,000 to do the first one?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Yes. How much they give us this time, Fred? A warm smile. I can answer that. But that was when they got when they were first getting started, and they did give us 25,000 to do the first one. And the first one was very intensive. Very, very intensive. It wasn't just an upgrade. But Fred, thank you again. It's been a pleasure, as
Thank you.
always. And we'll move it forward.
Okay, very
Okay.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is a public hearing for the adoption of a local law establishing a 6-month moratorium prohibiting the permitting of construction and installation of solar energy facilities and/or solar farms. Let me explain that you know, this only affects farms, you know, like on the ground type things. It doesn't affect home, you know, residential rooftop solar. You know, it only affects these large, large solar farms. And we're drafting, as a matter of fact, we're almost done drafting the new law. So it's only a 6-month moratorium, and, you know, there's some things we want to address in it. So I will open it up for comments from the floor if anybody has any. Somehow I knew that. Okay. Chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of Windsor, close the public hearing in the matter of adopting a new local law establishing a 6-month moratorium prohibiting the permitting construction and installation of solar facilities and/or solar farms.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rickman,
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom,
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Supervisor Green.
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of Windsor, adopt a new local law establishing a 6-month moratorium prohibiting the permitting construction and installation of solar energy facilities and/or solar farms pursuant to section 10 and 11 of the municipal home rule law in accordance with the local law attached hereto and the direct town clerk to publish pursuant to law.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rickman,
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Supervisor Green.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is a public hearing for the annual 2017 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG Block Grant. We hold a public hearing every year prior to the application. It's required by law. This year, we do have a project that we are looking at, and that project is on Windsor Drive. It is the replacement of culverts. It's under Windsor Drive. And that's about it. And we're not sure we're not sure how much we're gonna get out of this, so we're not even sure that we can do the whole project with it. Anybody have any comments? Anybody have any projects in mind? You know, let me explain. CDBG is dependent upon the income levels of each block, census block or census tract. So we have very few that are eligible within the town of Windsor. And this one project needs doing, and thankfully it is right, it's just right on the edge of an eligible census block. Anybody? Okay. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor, close the public hearing in the matter of Orange County Development Program, fiscal year 2017 project proposals for community development block grant.
Second.
Councilman Rickman,
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Supervisor Green.
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor hereby support the application for the fiscal year 2017 community development block grant and hereby authorize submission of an application and furtherance authorize funds to be allocated as required to fully fund the old Windsor Road culvert replacement project, not to exceed, $64,371.
Second.
Councilman Rickman,
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Supervisor Green.
Yes. Okay, I will allow any comments based on any item on the agenda. Okay, hearing none, we'll move right along. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor approve the minutes, public hearing regarding drainage district 17, Woodfield, Windsor Development Incorporated, and the minutes of the town board meeting, both held on March 2nd, 2016, as per copies posted on the town clerk's bulletin board in town hall, the same distributed each of the town board members.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rickman,
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti. Yes. Supervisor Green.
Yes. Hearing no objections, town board of town of Windsor receive and file sealed bids. Received and publicly opened on March 29th, 2016 for one 6-yard cubic dump truck, body with a plow with wing. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor awards bid for one 6-yard cube dump body and plow with wing to Amtor Welding in the amount of $92,773 as recommended by the town superintendent of highways and Mogollon Hazard and Esso Consulting Engineers, DPC.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor authorize the use of alternate rural street detail for the Wheatfield Windsor development pursuant to Town Code Section 252-41B. This motion shall not authorize the alternate finished course structure for travel way area.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor authorize the town clerk to advertise pursuant to law, calling for sealed bids for the procurement of a packaged water treatment system for the Butterhill Water Systems. Manganese treatment shall be received and publicly opened on the 29th day of April, 2016, 2 p.m. local time at the town office of the town clerk, 555 Union Avenue, New Windsor, New York. Town board, town of Windsor reserves the right to reject any and all bids.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Chair will entertain a motion, the town board of the town of New Windsor adopt the following resolution. Whereas heretofore, the town board has determined to increase and improve the facilities of the New Windsor Consolidated Water District, consisting of development of groundwater supplies at the Butterhill site adjoining the Moodna Creek in the town of New Windsor to supplement the primary water supply source from the New York Catskill Aqueduct. Said project, commonly referred to as the Butterhill alternate water supply. Whereas the town has caused to be completed a second revised Part 2 of the long-form environmental assessment form, together with appendices. And whereas the proposed action is subject to the State Environmental Review Act, Quality Review Act, and is classified as a Type 1 action, and whereas the town board intends to conduct a coordinated secret review for this proposed action, and whereas the town board has assumed lead agency with respect to the proposed action and has circulated notice of intent to be lead agency while other involved and interested agencies, now therefore be resolved as follows. 1, town board authorizes the supervisor to execute a second revised Part 1 of the long-form environmental assessment form. 2, the town board authorizes its consultants to circulate a second revised Part 1 of the long-form EAF to all other involved or interested agencies.
Move.
Second.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion. The town board of the town of Windsor authorize the supervisor to execute all agreements, contracts, authorizations, and related documents necessary to construct distribution system improvements, including interconnects at Express Drive and Union Avenue, and storage at the Snake Hill tanks and Riley Road filtration plant to develop and complete the Butterhill Well Alternative Water Project.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Ten years in the making. Finally coming to fruition. Chair will entertain a motion, the town board of the town of New Windsor authorize the supervisor to execute change order number 2 with CT Mail Associates for an additional survey work to include Riley Road water filtration plant site and Union Avenue Liner Road. Said change order shall be in the form acceptable to the town attorney and with the approval of the town engineer.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, the town board of the town of Windsor authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement amendment between the town of New Windsor and McGoley Hauser and Esso Consulting Engineers, DPC, for engineering services and construction of the Butterhill Well Alternative Water Supply Project. Said amendment shall modify the project scope from 3 MGD treatment plant to a 7 MGD treatment plant, 2 MGD water storage tank, and replacement of an interconnect meter valve at Union Avenue.
Moved.
Second.
Roll
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassitti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
yes. Chair will entertain a motion that the town board of the town of New Windsor authorize the supervisor to execute an intergovernmental agreement between the town of New Windsor and the New York City Department of Environmental Protection for the design, construction, and funding of Butterhill Well Alternative Water Supply Project.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion that the town board of the town of New Windsor authorize the supervisor to execute change order number 1 with CT Mail Associates for additional survey work to develop an easement area at Express Drive. Said change order shall be in the form acceptable to the town attorney and with the approval of the town engineer.
Moved.
Second.
Roll.
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion that the town board of the town of New Windsor authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement amendment between the town of New Windsor and McGoley Hauser and Esso Consulting Engineers, DPC, for engineering services and design of the intermunicipal water connection at Lake Street and Express Drive. Said amendment shall eliminate the interconnection at Lake Street.
Move.
Second.
Roll
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, the town board of the town of New Windsor authorize supervisor to terminate the agreement between between the city of New York and the town of New Windsor for the provision of funds for the design of portions of the tri-municipal connections pursuant to paragraph 30 of the contract dated May 28, 2015.
Moved.
Second.
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Hearing no objections, town board of the town of New Windsor received and filed bids publicly open on March 31st, 2016 for the upgrades and modifications to pump station number 18.
Move.
No, it's
No.
well.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm just reviewing these things. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of New Windsor award the bid for general construction of the upgrades and modification to the sewer pump station number 18 to an Indian Callahan in the amount of $119,000 as the lowest responsible bidder in accordance with general municipal law, section 103, as recommended by McGoley Hauser and Consulting Engineers, DPC, and attached correspondence.
Moved.
Second.
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes, Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor to award the electrical construction, the bid for electrical construction, the upgrades and modifications to the sewer pump station number 18 to Harry Rottola in the amount of $141,366 as the lowest responsible bidder in accordance with general municipal law, section 103, as recommended by McGoley Hauser and Consulting Engineers, DPC, and attached correspondence.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor authorize supervisor to execute intermunicipal agreement between the town of New Windsor and the city of Middletown for the purpose of utilizing the town of New Windsor's information technology officers to assist the city of Middletown in the establishment, configuration, and maintenance and oversight of the city of Middletown computers.
Moved.
Second.
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, town board of town of Windsor authorize supervisor to execute lease contract between the town of New Windsor and the Layden Public Finance LLC for the lease of certain computer equipment in the amount of $74,502. Said lease will be for a term of 5 years, beginning April 1st, 2016, and ending on May 31st, 2020.
Move.
Second.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes?
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiata?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor amends the 2016 standard schedule of fees as follows. Directs the town clerk to revise standard schedule of fees accordingly.
Moved.
No, I gotta go through them. Actually, I wish I didn't have to go through. Do I have to go through them? J, dog license fees. There should be a fee of $150 for any dog adopted to the town of Windsor. Fee includes rabies vaccination, Bordella vaccine, and distemper vaccine. 5, the fee of seized impound dogs shall also include the local board fee of $50 per day or the actual cost of boarding, whichever is higher. Section R, miscellaneous rates, Beaver Dam Garbage District rates, one family $122 a quarter, two family $142 a quarter, three family $162 a quarter, and four family $182 a quarter.
Moved.
Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes?
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiata?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. Shall entertain a motion, whereas the Town Board of Town of Windsor authorized the appropriation of excess revenues in the 2015 Highway Water Fund and Sewer Fund as follows. The Highway Fund to the Highway Garage project costs in 2016 to reimburse the Highway Fund $18,015 in snow removal for materials and labor. The first one is $22,918. Second one is $120,540 for a total of $143,458. Let me start that over again. $143,458. From the Highway Fund, excess revenues 2015, $84,256. On-reserve balances as of 12/31/15, $54,316. Unexpected road pavement budget balance of $4,886 for a total of $143,458. In the water fund, debt service, St. Anne well band payoff, $290,000. That's from the water excess revenues 2015, $103,419. Unexpended constructed budget balance, $186,581. Sewer fund, debt service, wastewater treatment plant project, BAN payoff, $1 million. This is from sewer excess funds. 2015 revenues, $731,000. Sewer fund excess 2015 revenues, $64,777. On reserve balance 2031 for 12/31/15, $79,440. Unexpended construction budget balance $124,783 for a total of $1 million. Now I'll take a motion.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes?
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiata?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Should entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor, authorized to execute amendments between the town and Windsor and New York State Arc Incorporated, Orange County Chapter, for the lease of 930 Brazos Avenue, said agreement effective from January 1st, 2016, August 31st, 2018.
Moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiata?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes, should entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor, authorized establishment of performance bond for public improvements. The Rakawicki Major Subdivision Phase 2, Planning Board number 126, in the amount of $1,188,450.24, plus an inspection fee of $47,538, representing 4% public improvement bond amount as recommended by McGoey Housing and also Consulting Engineers, DBC, by correspondence dated April 5th, 2016.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
I think I need the AED.
Yes.
Supervisor Green? sorry, Andrew. Are you okay, by the way?
Yes.
Do you need water?
I'm okay, thank you.
Everybody, please notice the NAMI ribbon up front. Campaign is coming in May. The National Alliance for Mental Health Illness is a grassroots organization dedicated to improving the quality of life for families, individuals whose lives are affected by mental illness. The ribbon campaign, NAMI's Mental Health Awareness Ribbon Campaign, piloted in 2013, is an anti-stigma initiative designed to bring the topic of mental illness in our communities to the forefront and to facilitate open and honest dialogue about the subjects. Mental illnesses are brain and behavior disorders. They do not discriminate. They cross all ethnic, religious, and racial and economic barriers. And it's something we're very in tune to here in Windsor, so I'd like to make a proclamation. Chair will entertain a motion that the town board of the town of Windsor adopt the following proclamation. That the town board of the town of Windsor support the proclamation that May 6, 2016 is Mental Health Awareness Month. Whereas mental health is essential to the well-being and vitality of our families, businesses, and communities. And whereas mental health conditions are real and prevalent in our nation, with 1 out of 4 Americans and 1 out of 5 children affected by mental illness. Whereas more people die from suicide in the United States than from traffic accidents. An estimated 22 veterans die from suicide each day. Whereas stigma and fear of discrimination keep many who would benefit from mental health services from seeking help. And whereas with effective treatment, those individuals with mental health conditions can recover and lead full, productive lives. And whereas education, passion, and awareness about mental illness can change negative attitudes and behaviors towards people with mental illness. And whereas each business, school, government agency, law enforcement agency, healthcare provider, organization, and citizens share the responsibility to promote mental wellness and promote prevention efforts. Now, therefore, I, George A. Green, Supervisor of the Town of Windsor, on behalf of the Town of Windsor, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2016 as Mental Health Awareness Month. As Supervisor, I call upon all Town and Windsor citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools to recommit our community to increasing awareness and understanding of mental illness, reducing stigma and discrimination, and promoting appropriate and accessible services for all individuals.
Moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes?
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. That incidentally was brought to us by a very good friend of the Town of Windsor who tragically lost her daughter a few years ago because of mental illness. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file the bids publicly opened on March 31st, 2016 for the Town of Windsor 2016 generator project. Chair will entertain a motion that Town Board of Town of Windsor award the bid of the 2016 generator project to Ray Pentel in the amount of $446,000 as the lowest responsible bidder in accordance with General Municipal Law, Section 103, and as recommended by Mulgoey, Hauser, and Hessel Consulting Engineers, DPC, in the attached correspondence.
Moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Riggenbaum?
Yes?
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file certificate as to no referendum in the matter of the lease of town-owned property commonly known as 334 Avenue of the Americas, Building 2422 to AW Oils Corp. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file certificate as to no referendum in the matter of lease of the town-owned property commonly known as 334 Avenue of the Americas, Building 2416, to Orange County Industrial Development Agency, doing business as the Accelerator. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file title policy. You do this on purpose. OP 22-NY-113-4193-937 from West Core Land Title Insurance Company dated July 7, 2015 for pump station Briarwood subdivision.
You passed the eye test, George.
Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor received notice of petition and petition in the matter of Panther Realty Newburgh LLC versus Zoning Board of Appeals, Town of New Windsor, and New Windsor Hospitality LLC. Hearing no objections, Town Board of the Town of New Windsor received and filed decision in order in the matter of Stewart Park Reserve Coalition, Inc. versus the Town of New Windsor Zoning Board of Appeals. So that everybody knows, that was the Spark lawsuit, the appellate division. What's the appellate division?
The appellate division upheld Judge Bartlett's ruling, effectively dismissing Sparks' lawsuit.
Yes, and found most, Spark had most. Okay, now the next thing I want you to pay particular attention to. Hearing no objections, the Town Board of the Town of New Windsor receive and file stipulation of discontinuance with prejudice as to the defendant, Town of New Windsor, only in the matter of Nancy L. Mangieri and Gerald A. Mangieri versus the County of Orange and the Town of New Windsor. One. Hearing no objections, the Town Board of the Town of New Windsor receive and file amended summons and verified complaint in the matter of Liberty Mutual Insurance Company,
As subrogate.
as subrogate of, yes, you're right. Nancy Mangieri and Gerald Mangieri versus the County of Orange and the Town of New Windsor. Hearing no objections, the Town Board of the Town of New Windsor receive and file stipulation of discontinuance with prejudice as to the Town of New Windsor only in the matter of Liberty Mutual Insurance Company as subrogate of Nancy L. Mangieri and Gerald A. Mangieri versus the County of Orange and the Town of New Windsor. Save a tree. Hearing no objections, Town Board of the Town of New Windsor receive and file drainage easement from Deborah Anderson to the Town of New Windsor dated August 17, 2015. This filed in the Orange County Clerk's Office on the 9th day of November 2015. Letter to 13967 on page 1, 1930. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file lease between Town of New Windsor and A.W. Oils Corporation dated March 8, 2016 for premises commonly known as 334 Avenue of the Americas, Building 2422. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file amended agreement between the Town of New Windsor and the New Windsor Superior Officers Bargaining Unit for the term January 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2018. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of New Windsor receive and file certificate as to no referendum in the matter of sale of 1.666 acres of town-owned land to Shamrock Creek LLC. Hearing no objections, Town Board of the Town of New Windsor receive and file amended memorandum of understanding between the Town of New Windsor and CSEA Local 1000, AFSCME, AFL-CIO for the term January 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2018. There you go. No objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file collective bargaining agreement between the Town of New Windsor and CSEA Local 1000, AFSCME, AFL-CIO for the term December 31st, 2016 to December 31st, 2018. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file with the Town Clerk Gatsby 45, actuarial evaluation for the town of New Windsor dated December 31st, 2015, received by Summit Actuarial Services LLC. Hearing no objections, town of New Windsor receiving file for the town clerk fully executed 2016 municipal funding contract, juvenile aid bureau and summer camp program. There are no objections, town board of town Windsor receiving file closing documents for the 2015 bond anticipation note series B tax exempt in the amount of $1,960,000. You got anything else you want me to read tonight? Following reports were recorded, received, and filed with the town clerk. Town clerk's report for the month of March 2016. Appropriation for 2016, building for 2016, building for February 2016, building for March of 2016, fire prevention for February 2016, tax receivers water sewer and garbage for March of 2016, tax receivers monthly statement for March of 2016, Justice Court, Justice Calvin for March of 2016, Justice Thorpe for March of 2016, Police Department for February 2016, and Police Department for the month of 2016. We made it. Wow, that was interesting. Board, anything?
Nothing here.
Okay. Public forum. Leo, I think you were first. Don, you were second.
I got a funny feeling that Mr. PG is gonna ask
The
on
same
the
question.
Butterfield situation, so I'll leave it to him. My question would also, actually, I had a two-question situation. I'll leave him with the Butterhill. My number two question is the Lake Street and Express Drive, is that between New Windsor and Newburgh along the old Myron's building?
Let me tell you what's happened. The Lake Street has gone away. That was when we had what was called the tri-municipal agreement. We no longer have a tri-municipal agreement. The city of Newburgh is out of that municipal agreement. We now have a bi-municipal agreement. The Express Drive in the town of Newburgh in New Windsor is going to be the interconnection. That and the one on Route 207. The city of Newburgh is totally out of this water exchange now.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not familiar where Express Drive is then.
Express Drive is out in Stewart.
Okay, all right.
It's way out in Stewart. So, okay?
All right.
Don, I know what you're going to ask, but go ahead and ask anyway.
Probably, as soon as I walk in the door, you probably say, oh, he's here again?
No, Don, it was very good to have you back. I'm glad you're back, looking good and healthy.
I appreciate it. The light on Butterhill, I know they recently did a study on it, finally, and the first time they said, the state said that they did a study on it was a total lie. They never did the study. So they put those lines up there for, what, 2 days? I think they had it, or 3 days.
Yeah.
And that's not an extensive study to do that. Did you ever hear back from them
Yeah.
stating that what they're gonna do with that?
We inquired, Arlene actually called the DOT, inquired about the sensors across the road. And that had nothing to do with the light, it's just required for federal highway funding.
Oh, okay.
However,
But I know we're still having a problem, and especially the dollar store and the vitamin store across the street. People can't even get out of the parking lot.
Andrew Perkle was it today talking about it, the guy
Yeah,
that
exactly.
sent them along.
And
You know,
it seems like all the traffic from Butterhill is diverting down to Forge Hill.
Mhm.
And now we have a double problem. Everybody from Cornwall's coming over up Forge Hill, plus all the traffic from Butterhill.
Yep.
So now you have the problem at the Forge Hill light.
Have you sat at Forge Hill in 94 and seen how long that light is?
I know it is.
It's terrible. I
Yeah,
don't
it is.
You can grow a beard while you're sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And,
ridiculous.
I don't know, you know, what the town could do.
Okay, so the good side of that
Yes.
is we commissioned our own study. We
Oh,
decided,
okay.
listen, we decided it's such an important issue that we were going to, you know, bite the bullet, and we went out and commissioned our own study.
Okay.
We have that study in. I am meeting, I think tomorrow
Okay.
or Friday with, one day I'm meeting with the traffic engineer on two issues, and this is part of it. So we're gonna sit down. His study shows something quite different from what the DOT study shows, and we're going to take that study and we're gonna submit it to the DOT and see where we go with it.
I know, if you're caught behind a bus, you know, going out Butterhill, forget it. You're gonna wait there a half hour.
Yeah,
And a couple of times, you know, I saw some of the police cars sitting up there and checking things out. I thought they were maybe writing it down, what the problems were. But that's just, they're just doing their job.
yeah, we have one guy that we use pretty extensively for traffic studies, you know, for planning board and other things. And we had him do a traffic study.
And, you know, one other thing, you know, when the bridge was the bridge was washed out down there, there used to be not a traffic light, but a street light
Mhm.
down at the very corner. It's not there anymore.
Yeah, because the wires are going down, to be very
Oh,
true,
they are?
it's gonna be very expensive to put it back in.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
as you know, as you probably know, or maybe, yeah, you do know, we're working down there.
Yeah.
We're working on the other side of the road.
Right.
We're gonna be bringing power down, so the chances are, there may not be a light on that side of the road, but there'll be a light on our side of the road.
Any money in the budget for?
There's no money in the budget.
Any money
Okay.
that you have in your pocket, the curbs in Butterhill, they're really getting bad.
Curbs
And,
are all over down there, but it's a very expensive project.
I realize.
And
that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Is there money for it right now?
No.
There is not. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you something that just simply is not true.
Maybe Michael can lend you the money or something.
Good,
See,
listen.
as George is fond of saying, see how that works out for you.
Yeah. Listen, it got so cold, I saw Mike with his hands in his own pockets today. Anyone else?
Thank you, thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, I would like to welcome the Boy Scouts in the back. What troop? Thank you for joining us, young men. I understand that you probably will have some questions after the meeting or something? Okay.
They're shy here.
All right, if there's nothing else, I will entertain a motion to close the public forum.
Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaugh?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. Motion to adjourn.
Move?
Second?
Councilman Regenbaugh?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. Thank you all for joining us for this very boring meeting.
George, congratulations for not losing your voice.
Yeah.